Hello and welcome to my treehouse. My name is Amethyst Willow, and this is a general reading. I'll put the timestamps in the below, and all my readings are timeless. They're meant to be so. You know, it's just like whenever you come across. It doesn't matter when I post them. It's whenever you come across it. If there's something here, hopefully that will resonate for you. And so, with that said, you have, and I've picked these stones randomly, and I picked oracle cards randomly that correspond with each of these. And I haven't looked at the cards. I just finished drumming, so I just finished jamming, and I had this thing to do this little reading. So this goes out to all my witchy brothers and sisters of light out there. The first crystal for the first group, for group A, you have an Apache tear, which is a volcanic rock. And we'll go more into that afterwards. So group A has a Apache tear. Group B has an ammonite, I believe, the spiral. So that's for group B. Again, all these are random. I don't even know if they go with the reading, but you know, I'm trusting the universe, so we'll see. And the third one is an actual quartz. It's I love it because it's in the shape of an arrowhead, and this was found on the mountain. There's a park near the mountain, and oftentimes I just find, you know, natural crystals. So the arrowhead, the natural quartz arrowhead for group C. Okay, so let us begin. Let me put these over here, this out of the way, and sorry. And then let's just put the corresponding one with the corresponding thing. Sorry about that. And for group A, you have the Apache tear, and it's volcanic glass, it's a rock, and the Apache tear takes away any, it helps you to handle grief and trauma and the past. You know, so it's like a healing stone. It's a grieving stone. It's called Apache tears for the Trail of Tears, the tears that were shed, or so the legend goes. And anyway, so that's yours, and putting it on the selenite to clear away all the pain. And let us begin with group A. First card you have is Healing Clarity. You have Independence. I am, and there's two statements to it. There's the trigger statement, you have independence. There's the trigger statement, which says, I am just like my mother, father, sister, brother, co-worker, you know, significant other, whatever, right? And the true statement is, I am free to choose. I am not just like anybody. I am unique, and I am myself. And the little thing here says, you are ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey on healing and growth. So there you go, your Apache tear. Isn't that coinky dink? Because I haven't looked at this, but okay. So there is that. Let's put that pentagram there. And let's see what the cards have to say for group A. For group A, what do you need to say? Don't even look at it. All right, let's see. Give me a minute. See what you're healing from. All right, group A, I can see why. I can see why. I can see. Let's just go to this part right here. So, Group A, it seems like you have gone or are going through a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain right now. And what seems to be, what can help you through this anguish, through this dark night of the soul, is the star above, the light, the page of swords, the swords that clears away the illusions, you know. I don't know why I'm getting Ramtha's staff, but basically Ganesh, you know, I always think of that, or Michael, or any of those archetypes, or, you know, brothers and sisters of light from other dimensions. However you pray, however you believe, however, you know, whatever your deal. But anyway, accessing that light, because all of this Nine of Wands is, a lot of this is in your head, but not all of it. You know, you've been through a lot of stuff and you're worried about other stuff. It's almost as if you can't let go of some of what you've gone through, right? That is your situation. But what will help you is to cut away the illusion, is to focus on the light, the focus on the truth. Because a lot of times when we think the worst, because we've been through so many things in our life, we start getting in the habit of thinking that that's just the way it's going to be. But there is hope. There is hope, so find that balance, you know. It's inside of you, that insight, to cut away the illusions, you know. A lot of strength. There's, you've had to be very strong, some of you, to really believe in yourself, and in a gentle way, right? Which is maybe why this is, because you keep a lot of these things inside, and you don't break free, you don't express it, you know. And it's funny because I just noticed this. He's leaning on his sword. The the Nine of Wands is leaning on his sword, and at any time, and he's also using one as a staff. So at any time, he can cut free of his bonds, you know, of that negative thinking and of the past, the things that happen, and break the cycle is what I'm sensing. And you have that. Ask for guidance. Some of you need to ask for guidance. Your angels, your higher selves, your guides, your inner child, you know. But I feel like some of you need assistance with this. So meditation is good. Therapy is good. Journaling is good. This is a good book. I just started reading this. For some of you, I don't know why, but I'll put this in the description. There's two books, actually. I pulled the other one out. I've been reading the other one a lot. And I journal a lot. I think journaling is part of healing. But there's another book. What is it? Black is the New Light. Black is the New Light. And I believe it's Rebecca Campbell. That's an excellent book to start cutting away the traumas, the illusions, the worry, the perceptions of yourself in the past. Okay? As I said, you've been very strong, and but you've been betrayed by something in the past. There was a betrayal, and there's this preoccupation with not wanting to be free. It's almost like the ego is keeping you prisoner. All this old, and not just that, but also I'm feeling for some of you and not all of you, there are voices, people of the past, or people that you work with, people, you know, that are trying to hold you back, that have betrayed you in the past, you know. And you've been really, really strong, gentle and strong you've been, but and I'll pray for you. Let us see what happens in your immediate future. You have this, though. This is your inner light. You can free yourself. You have the inner light, and you can call your angels and guides, friends, and seek therapy if you need to, or journal. And therapy doesn't have to be going to seeing a therapist. There are many books and cards by therapists. You know, um, the tarot is a sort of therapy too. But beyond that, there's all kinds of oracles, that are written by therapists. I think they're called CTB. I'm not really sure. I have to look that up. But anyway, cards that are really good for anxiety, as well. Um, and shadow cards and all kinds of cards. I see the future for you. I think you're going to work through that. I also see, I see a journey. I really do. Typically, your Three of Wands is about communication and planning. You're and having to take action, um, because you've been planning a long-term plan. It could be that you've been planning a journey. This is in your near future too that I see. There's going to be some sort of journey to get a new perspective, to get away from, it could be just toxic, because this is like, I'm seeing this is your what's on top of you. A lot of times I see that as like this spirit card or your higher self saying, pay attention to this or be aware of this. Not pay attention, but just be aware. And so I see this strife from the Five of Swords that are like the bickering, the egos, and just conflict. There's conflict, either inner or outer, and something about you, or someone around you doesn't want you to be free. Like I said, there's been a betrayal and great, and worry and stress about that. You've been very strong. There is some sort of a journey, I feel, that you're going to be taking. And like I said, it's either an inner and outer, but I feel like it's both. And I feel like you need to get away to get perspective. And I feel like that's going to come naturally. The card of yourself, right now, one of the things that you need to realize is that you're entering a new cycle. And the way that you think and the way that you act and the way, that you've wished and you've prayed or whatever will determine the new cycle as it opens. So, and as you move forward, and if you choose to stay in this negative thought of guilt and blame and all this pain, then that sets up the new cycle. So a new cycle is coming. And just like I said, use that light, journal, get clear with yourself, meditate. You're very strong. If you need to talk to a friend or a therapist, do so. If you can't talk to a therapist, there's online, there's lots of stuff on YouTube, there's all kinds of therapists and podcasts and everything. So there's all kinds of help, on your journey to healing. And wow, now that I see this is amazing. But let me read this again because I think this is so important. You are ready to break free of the conditioning that has sound you. Oh, no. I'm sorry. You are ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. Yeah. And in the back it says clarity, healing and clarity. So this is what you need to get. This is so important, this card. Okay, so the new cycle is starting, and your environment right now is you're moving slowly. You're not really, you're being very, very cautious. And healing takes time. This is your environment. Healing takes time, and part of healing is patience. Patience with yourself, understanding that it takes time, but moving forward, not just staying still, moving forward, mind, body, and soul, moving forward. Again, you get that with what will help you is the Page of Swords, to move forward with clarity. You're planting your hopes and dreams is that you can have something new, that you will be secure, that you can plant new seeds that will grow, that will bear fruition. And by the new seeds, it's a new life, this new coming cycle. And there is a coming cycle. The cycle's coming. You've prayed for it, whether you realize it on a conscious level or not, and it's just happening. So prepare for that, because there is movement, and the movement's already begun. It's in your environment, or the need to move, shall I say. The need to move forward is already in your environment. You're probably aware of that already. It's probably been in your head that you have felt that, and that may be causing some of the anguish, that maybe you're afraid to move forward because of what's happened in the past, all you went through. And maybe you're afraid to move forward because you're afraid that if you do, you're going to disappoint others or something. I don't know. We'll get clarity on that. But you also you hope that you can, that your seeds, and I think that you can. I really do. I really have a lot of faith. This card wants to come out. Queen of Cups. You're ready to receive. You're really ready to receive something. This is your outcome. Your outcome is you're ready. And it's funny that she shows up, because in the Three of Wands, it's telling you it's time to move, and you'll know when. And I don't mean necessarily you need to move out of the state, or but there's a journey, there's something, there's a project maybe that you've undertaken, that you, for whatever reason, like, I'll give you a for instance. It's personal, but I'll give you a for instance. A few years ago, I went through some really, it's just been a lot, and losses and all kinds of stuff, all right? So, and I'm a writer and an artist, and all of a sudden I just was so filled with grief I couldn't go forward. I just, like, writer's block, and I couldn't write, and I couldn't do anything but drum. That was like the only language that I could speak, was like just instrumental, just music. And it didn't matter if it was prog or rock or classical, whatever. It didn't matter. I needed to move, to dance, I needed to drum, and I couldn't express myself in words. And I went through this several journeys, and when I came out, I feel so much clearer. I feel so much more in control, so much more, the Queen of Swords, and not the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, meaning that I feel like I can embrace who I am. But it was a very long journey, and the journey's not over, for any of us, but anyway, getting back to the, not to be sidetracked, but getting back to this, you are ready to receive. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to plant the seeds. You have plowed the fields. You have done the work. Continue on your journey. It's going to pay off. You have the Hierophant and the Emperor cards as well for your outcome. So you are ready to receive the abundance. And what it is that you are ready to receive the learning, the teaching, the knowledge, the balance that will, how can I put this? That the fruits of your labor will show, will blossom, will be provided, meaning you will find the security, you will find the peace, you will find the joy, you will find the healing and prosperity that you've been working towards. And I don't know if it's the project itself that's brought you a lot of grief, whether somebody betrayed you in, like a job or coworker or something, like stole your ideas or whatever, that happens too sometimes. Or if it's just something else, you betrayed yourself. I don't know. Let's get some clarification cards from this too. Let's see what we can get. They had to do with a choice, because I want to know what happened here. There was some kind of choice that somebody made, and it led to betrayal. It led to some sort of betrayal. And loss. There it is again. And loss. Wow, you really went through something, Group A. I have no idea what you guys have gone through. But I'm praying for you. You have the inner strength. You have the light, the star of hope, even though this is the Page of Swords, but look at her. Look at the image. It's like in the darkness there is light. She raises her sword. She wants to see light. This is what helps you. It's you. It's your will. You are, the Emperor. You have forgotten. You have forgotten who you are. You're starting a new cycle, but move towards your dreams. Enough of what happened already. Break out of that. Break away from the chaos. Break away from the inner voices that keep you bound. Get out of that. You can do it. You are the Emperor, the Empress. You are ready to receive. You have the Queen of Cups. You have studied and you have done the work. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop now. And yeah, there's going to be some sort of journey, some sort of something. You know this already. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily means that you're going to move or anything. It could be an inner journey. It could be just a short trip to the park. It could be, I don't know, whatever it is. But you're ready for it. You're ready for the movement of something new, for this new cycle to begin. And you're being very cautious. Don't be overly cautious. It's good to be cautious, but not overly, okay? Is there anything else for this group? The High Priestess. Yeah. You're very wise. The High Priestess is very wise. She's very skilled. She has the book of knowledge. She's very balanced with the yin and yang. She holds herself well. She has a lot of insight. It's a lot of internal insight too. So use that. Use that. And you're going to be fine. I know it's hard, but you're going to be fine. You're on to a new cycle. All right, group A. That was your reading. And let me just come over here and see if there's anything. Oh, I think I packed these too much. See if there's anything that we need. This is sort of like a mega deck of different. Remember how I said about those oracles? Self-help, psychology, manifestation, gratitude, what you should be thinking about. Ways to proceed. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Love and peace of mind do protect us. They allow us to overcome the problems that life hands us. They teach us to survive, to live now, to have the courage to confront each day. Dedicate yourself to the good you deserve and desire for yourself. Give yourself peace of mind. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in the knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. Yes, you're ready for the movement. This is a new cycle. You have planted new seeds. You see? You're ready to move forward. So move forward. You are ready to receive, Group A. All right, my loves. Until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow. And if you found this reading helpful, go ahead and give it a like and a thumbs up, maybe share. Hopefully you found this useful. And if not, also check out, I have lots of other videos. And if this one didn't resonate with you, well, then maybe Group B or C will resonate more with you. Okay? And now we're going to do Group B. And so give me a minute to do Group B. Okay, Group B, these ones come out too. So this, and this, and this. All right, this is for Group B. This is an ammonite, I believe. And an ammonite is a prehistoric, I forget how many millions of years old it is, but it's actually a fossil of a some sort of like a snail. It wasn't really a snail, but anyway. And what happens is that as it grew, it started inward, and as it grew outward, it got bigger, and then it would seal behind it, and there would be a pocket of air where it could breathe, and then it would move forward, and it would seal behind it and keep growing and keep going, sort of like the journeys that, you know, this that just spiral outward. You know, we're born and we move outward, and then we come back inward again to see what we have learned. All right, Group B, this one's for you. You also have healing and clarity, and you have enlightening. Arise. So the trigger statement is, there has to be more than this. The true statement is, I create my own world. You are ready for a higher level of awareness and transformation. So that is your oracle. And I forgot which I don't know. It's all right. We're going to do this again because I just feel like we should. And there's my dog wanting more treats. No, you already have treats. So far, you've had 5 this evening. All right, could you please tell us something about Group B? All right, and I'm gonna come over here, Group B. Oh gosh, let's try it again. Didn't want to work. There we go. That's better. All right. Sorry about all the bumping around upstairs. And my little baby here being silly willies. No, Mama's not giving you anything right now. All right. I don't know why, but I'm told to stop here, so I will. Ooh, okay. No, I have nothing for you. Go sit down, please. Mommy's doing something. Okay, so this reading is for, again, that was for Group B. All right, give me a minute here. So we have enlightening, we have, you are ready for the higher level of awareness and transformation. Yep, we've got transformation. So the situation is, wow, oh my God, you cannot make this stuff up. We have the 9 of Swords here, and again, this is a sort of, this is the, this is like what's going on in your head right now. A lot of anxiety, a lot of worry. Wow, this must be going around for everybody. So anyway, Group B, you have a lot of worry. You're stressing out, but a lot of it is in your head at this point. It's over either a decision, a choice, some sort of communication or connection, or love, actual love, some sort of relationship, or like I said, some sort of connection, or this could be going on in your head too, and I know I hate to say that, but sometimes it's true. Duality, you know, the different parts of us, the, you know, the internal versus the external, you know, the ego versus the inner child, let's say. But anyway, so there's some sort of anxiety over some sort of connection, is what I'm going to say, and some choice in a connection. And this has to do with and I keep getting love. This has to do with love, but I'm feeling that. But what also I want to say is this has to do with kindness, with generosity, a generosity of spirit too. I'm really feeling that too. And Perhaps this wasn't accepted. I don't know if it's what I'm sensing. This might not have been accepted. And you have to stop and wonder why. The past is you know, being very logical, being very, very logical, very balanced, very kind of aloof, maybe even, or seemingly you're not, but others have tended to see that. You've sort of separated yourself emotionally, distanced yourself from something in the past. Maybe this choice. Maybe you were giving too much and it was not reciprocated. Why? What happened? Let's see what happened. Okay. There was something about an arguing. There was a bickering or something over, wow. That's twice. You got the sun, over the sun. Twice. Because the sun is your spirit card. It's above you. But when I'm asking what you were distancing yourself from, what choice, what happened, over the sun, over the possibility of something that seemed so new, so perfect, so almost like a rebirth, like something you hadn't even imagined it could be. Some strife, you know, there was a letdown, something. But it's still above you. You're still thinking about this thing. And there was a generosity, maybe so much given. Maybe you offered everything and somehow there was an argument that made you very cautious and kind of very analytical and just sort of like standoffish, you know. And it's funny because what is being offered to you is so much, and you're thinking about moving forward. You're thinking about taking a chance. I see this, especially in the future. It's almost like you want to start new. You're thinking about it, but there has to be a death of whatever is causing you anguish, whether it's in your head, whether it's something that somebody did, you know, something forgiveness, and allows you to move forward, so that you can have this dream that you dreamed of to begin with. This breakup, this anxiety, this bickering was over the sun, or let's say having whatever that means for you. You know, this beauty of this bliss, this whatever, this dream, whatever that meant for you. That's what caused this alienation and so much anxiety. And that's not what your heart was. Your heart is very generous and giving. So that's probably why you moved away. Yes. You know, emotionally moved away. But the spirit card is saying that this is available to you, that the sun has never left you, that the dream, the whatever it was that you wanted to manifest, that the possibility thereof, the opportunity thereof has never left you. You carry it with you. You've always had it, and you're ready to move forward. You're like, I see this in the immediate future almost, you know, very, very soon. It's like you're right there. You're very, if you're not there already, you're moving inwardly. You are ready to move forward into the unknown. Like she's gonna surf. You know, it's the energies is going to surf, is going to go into the ocean, the subconscious, the inner child, and be free. And I see that because this is the card of self. There's a death so that there can be a rebirth. You know, you have to let go of this old, you know, the grudges, the anxiety, the pain of whatever you didn't reap, so that there can be a rebirth. And you've done the work. You've done all the work. That's your environment, is you well on the way to cash in and get your reward. You know, you're like, you're ready. You've done the inner work, whatever it is, to achieve this. So whatever it was that you know, like, that knocked it off its, you know, off its wheels, let's say, you still have it. You still have it. You've worked. And so you're almost there. The universe is saying you're almost there. Don't give up. You're almost there. Your hope and dream is to be the Queen of Wands, meaning, you know, in control, mind, body, and soul. Like the Queen of Wands is how can I put this? Is very um like Leo energy, very self-confident, very, you know, magnificent inside, this brilliance that can shine, that knows itself. And look at the difference between, you know, sort of shutting down and walking away, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the energy, you know, instead of sort of like letting, look at all the animals and everything is around him, and he's not really partaking, he's there and it's flying around him, and everything is cool, but look at the energy here. She is alive with the power, and that is your hope and dreams, because that is you. And your outcome is a new, the a new cycle, a brand new cycle. The wheel is turning. So this rebirth, you know, this death of letting go of whatever didn't work out for you so that there could be a rebirth, is very important. Let's see here what we're going to do. I'm going to get one of these and I shall actually read it for you. Let's see what the universe has to say for you. Group B. Let me just check and make sure that was it. Yep. All right, so let's put this over here. I don't want this to go too long. I always say that, but you know how it is. All right, so sorry, this is my after drumming, jamming, and prayer and meditation. It's been a full night. It's a new moon, and I've heard it's the biggest one. I'm not an astrologer, but I've heard some really good things, and that it's all about releasing. Oh my God, that's true. It's the new moon. It's all about releasing. Look at this. And group A got it too. It's about releasing the past, the anguish. This is a good night to release, intend it. Go outside, wave a little incense stick, you know, say a little prayer, starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight, whatever. Okay? I am going to do, what do you need Group B to know about themselves, universe? What do you need Group B to know about themselves? I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. There you go, my friends. Let's read this because I love this. I haven't read these. I haven't used these in a while. All right, so very quickly, that was 38. 38. Yep. I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. Too often, everyday burdens and chores pull us down and prevent us from enjoying our lives. This card is a reminder to you to release the burdens of life and make time for fun, laughter, and play. The sun. Da, 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 da. Take yourself back to when you were a child and took joy in the simple things in life. A time when you had no cares in the world and would dance in the rain, climb trees, or take your first exciting steps into the ocean. For some reason, where am I? Your inner child never leaves you. She resides deep within you, yearning for the occasional release, for some freedom from the madness and from responsibilities, from the madness of responsibilities. When you are feeling burdened or simply need a lift to your spirits, call upon your inner child. Allow him or her to flow out through your heart, sharing with you memories and experiences of joy and freedom and play. Enough of what happened before, the letdowns, the anguish, the pain, okay? Enough. Make a choice. This is your challenge card. Making a choice to connect to your inner self, your inner child, to move forward to the sun within you, which is you, right? Have fun with that beautiful child. Revel in the pure bliss and innocence of its childlike nature. All right. So there you go, Group B. It is all about transformations. You are ready for a higher level of awareness and transformation. You are. There's a death. This is your self card. There's a death of the old way, of the pain, of the all of that, so that there can be a rebirth of light. And you are so ready. You've done the work. You've done the work. You're ready to cash in your rewards. It's a new cycle. It's a new cycle. You're ready. Follow your heart. You are the sun. There's your spirit card, high above, your higher self saying, you are the sun. Don't let go of that dream that you had. All right, Group B, that is your reading. Let us go now to the next group. This in here. Let me not put those away. We might keep those. All right. This is for Group C. So Group C, if you chose Group C, you have the pure quartz that looks like an arrowhead that came from the mountain in the park. And this is a natural quartz. And this is for Group C. In Group C, you have steadifying, anchor. Trigger statement is, I am not ready for that which comes next. Holy cow, what's with you all? Your true statement is, I take it one step at a time. Although things are shifting so quickly, be present and know that this is part of a greater plan. Okay. This is for Group C. Put you right there. Group C. And let's see what the universe has to say for Group C. Sorry again about upstairs. Between my cat and my honey bumpins around. I hate that when that happens. All right. Ah, you want to come out? Okay. Put you like that. Let's see. Okay. That was telling me to come here, so I'm going to come here in a minute. We have choices. Lots of choices. Could be distractions too. Lots of choices. Lots of different ideas. Lots of different opportunities. Your head is sort of in the clouds, you know, just thinking of all the possibilities. Be careful not to get lost. Your challenge is not to get your challenge is to hold steady and to not be so distracted, to be careful of your resources, because there's a lot, and be careful where you put your attention and your energy and your focus, because there's a lot of opportunities now. There's a lot of selection and there's a lot of distraction, and you see how her head is in the clouds. It's almost as if she is being lured into all these possibilities and can't make up her mind. So there's a need to sort of hang on, ground, and center yourself and be aware of your resources, so that you, and plan, so that you can plan and have enough. And this is your challenge. You also have, there's been a lot of distraction. There's been a lot of You've manifested some things. It's like you have just about everything you need. You have a lot. You've manifested a lot of things, but you're like bored, or it isn't quite what you wanted. There's a sense of disappointment. There's a sense of reevaluating it, maybe redoing uh, something. Things didn't quite turn out right. This is at the heart of this. Maybe this is why maybe because of that, you don't want to face it. So there's sort of like an avoidance of something. And so you're allowing yourself to become distracted so you don't have to face something. But you need to be grounded. This is very important. And be careful with your resources. Be careful with your finances and your health. Uh, this is all about balance. Look at how he balances too. If you look how he's between the two pentacles on the ground there, and he's sort of squatting and holding and balancing. Or kind of reminds me of years ago when I did martial arts, and we'd have to hold a certain stance, for like I don't know, half an hour. It was, but hey, that's a long time ago. But still, it was very, very. It was a good discipline because it made you really focus. Um, some sort of insight that you have received. Uh, you've received insight. It's almost as if the universe or your highest self has been trying to get your attention, and your heart wants to create. I can see a lot of this desire for creativity. Um, some sort of project, could be artistic, could be whatever, but there's this sense of wanting to create something new. It's as if you're trying to birth something new, and this is the past energy. And right now, like I said, it's like whatever you were trying to birth, you're not really happy with it. It hasn't. It hasn't. Okay, so this is the four. So on your journey, you haven't gone that far. So it hasn't come to total fruition. And I think that this is probably that, and the fact that you're so distracted and not knowing which way to go, or just can't make it up your mind, is clouding you and keeping you from discovering what you need. Um, There's like, yeah, like with the distraction that I was talking about, there's also a lot of internal fighting maybe for trying to figure out what you want to do, which way do you want to go. And I say internal. I have a feeling it's internal. It could be external, but I think it's more internal. Of you can't quite make up your mind. You're fighting with yourself, like should I do this? Should I do that? You like I said, between the distraction and so many opportunities, you're just not really sure. So there's this fighting going on. There's this, a lack of balance that's happening here. The card of the self is the sun. You are the sun. You have, oh no, wait, that's not the card of the self. That's the card of your future. The card of your future is the sun. It is something brilliant. It's going to manifest if you can get out of the distraction. If you can settle yourself, if you can take action or put together whatever it is that didn't work out, find a way to make it work. Or find, combine it somehow, or let go of this and add that, or somehow rearrange it, or accept it. It could even be accepting and saying, okay, well, this is what I've got to work with. How can I make the best of it? Because your future is the sun. It's manifesting, where the wands here, the Ace of Wands, is like the spark of something, of the fire of that creative passion. The sun is that same thing now come full cycle, and it is ablaze. The card, wow, why is everybody getting this card? The card of self right now is there's something you're hiding from. There's the Nine of Swords. There's something you're hiding from. You don't want to face. You're anxious over. Um, I don't know. Maybe is it because you can't? What is this? What is this that you're so anxious over? Over a new cycle. You know that there is a transformation. You know that something, the wheel is turning. So you're afraid of the new cycle beginning because you don't know how it's going to. You don't know, do you? Let's see what else. What are you afraid of this new cycle? Tender ideas, romantic ideas, and you're afraid that you're a little too naive. You're afraid that you're a little too distracted, that you idolize things. Maybe you're more living in your head and fantasy than actually producing, as you need to, you know. It's just something I'm feeling. And Knight of Cups and Page of Cups. Interesting. Is there love on your mind? Anxiety and love on your mind? It's like there's love on your mind. That's why you can't move forward. That's why you're distracted. It has to do with love. You're offering love. You want love. Or someone's offering you love, but you're afraid. You're afraid. You have the whole world, though. You are the world. Don't be afraid of this new cycle with love. Don't turn your back on love. It could be this. You're not accepting it. See, this person is like not... It's as if love is being offered and they're completely... Oh my God, look at this. You have the world and you have... This is what's available to you. Don't... Security, peace of mind, stability, everything you dreamed of. If you accept this love, this new cycle, if you open yourself up to it, to receiving it, and now that I'm looking at, if you stop being so distracted and stop distracting yourself, because in a way I feel like you're avoiding it, you're running away from it, and this card can be two things. It could be a way out to help you. You can see it as I said before, to help you, but you can also see this card as what's stopping you, holding on too tight to your security or to the things that have meaning to you. You're so afraid. You're so afraid to embark on this new cycle, and you don't realize that you have the world and everything you need right there. And that is so weird. Look at this. The King of Pentacles. No, the King of Wands. This is, you start out as the Ace of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands. And that was the spark of something you really wanted, something that you're so passionate about. Your future is the sun, which is the culmination of it's like this, that star just, the spark goes into almost like a supernova, right? So beautiful. And you still have this fire, this spark, this you are amazing. It's like you're this King of Wand. You have everything you need. You have the world. You have the Ten of Cups. You are the King of Wand. You are the ruler. You are the ruler of your own heart and of balance with nature and kindness and nurturing. You don't need to be afraid. You are the sun. Look at this. You are the sun. And be generous. Be generous with your heart. Be generous with your time, with your energy. The Pentacles are energy. Be generous with that. Don't distract yourself. Don't hold on so tight either. To guarding your heart and yourself. So be balanced, but now that I'm looking at this whole other thing is playing out now. We're getting confirmation on why. There's this heart thing. It has to do with love that's causing your anxiety, and you're afraid to move forward because you're afraid that you'll lose the love. Maybe you're afraid. Oh my God. You're not going to lose the love. You're the lovers. Oh my God. You're going to have it all. Listen, 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 listen here. Listen here. Group C. Steady, steady, steady. You are the King of Wands. That's just an energy, okay? It's like you have the love. You have what you want, you will find. Do not give up. You know, this little spark of this idea that you had for not just your projects, but for your passion, you know, for your dreams. Look at the future, the sun. It just whoosh, unbelievable. New cycle. The world. You have the world in your hands. Look at this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 10 of cups that is that you're manifesting, that you can have. You're the King of Wands. You can create it. You can make it come true. You be generous. Be generous. Oh my God. Look at this. The lovers. Yeah. You get what you want. Unbelievable. Although things are shifting so quickly, be present and know that this is part of a greater plan. I take it one step at a time. Yes, you start here. Don't give up. Don't get lost. Don't put your head in the clouds. Don't, you know, because it didn't happen right away or happen the way you wanted. Don't get complacent. Stay open. Stay open. Don't be afraid and be all in your head, you know, thinking that because of fear to move forward. Allow the cycle to happen. Allow the cycle to happen. Let's go here. All right, guys. Put this away because I hate it when that happens, right? Okay. What do we got here for Group C? Strength. Strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. Root chakra. Ooh, smoky quartz, root chakra. It's all about love. It's all about passion. There you go again. That red hot passion. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Yeah, your higher self. Tourmaline, third eye chakra. Yeah, you are the Knight of Wands. It doesn't matter if you're a male or female. This is just about the energy. This is, you know, the kings are more, in a sense, they are more pushing forward, more certain. It's not that the queen isn't, but a queen can be more gentle. Her approach is more gentle, where the king is pretty much, you know, kind of pushing through, you know, and he has no qualms. Look at him. He is completely, he, she, it doesn't matter, it's the energy of confidence, the epitome of confidence, knows their strength. He knows his strength. He doesn't have to prove it. He doesn't have to, he just carries it, you know, as if it's just part of him. So casual, so nonchalant, and so apparent, right? So powerful. Is there anything else that we need to know? Trust your intuition, and strength comes from your connection to the root of your being. The root of your being. That's where your power it is. The root of your being and the center of yourself. Use creativity to transform your pain into positivity. Throat chakra, yes. Use your creativity. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter, whatever it is. You can bang on some drums, you know, paint a picture, bake a cake, you know, I don't know, join a play, you know, whatever it is, whatever, you know, just move forward. You've got it all. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is wonderful group. This one keeps wanting to come out. It's not the first time. Intuition is a little tug that pulls you towards your light. Okay, this is so important. This is so important. When you're being distracted, you know the truth. You know the truth. Listen to that inner voice of yours. Listen to that inner voice and get back to center. Get back to self. Get back to center. All right? Not holding on so tightly because you're afraid, but balanced and open and ready. Okay? All right, Group C. I love you. And until next time, this is Amethyst Star Willow from the Treehouse. Sorry if this was a little bit of long and whatever, but I love you all. Don't forget to make a wish because tonight is the new moon. So, and even if you didn't catch it tonight, whenever this is posted, it doesn't matter. Make your wish. I'm praying for all of us. I love you all. Until next time, if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time.